Hi guys, it's Charlie and welcome back to the Snail Galaxy. I thought I would start making videos for other YouTubers, sharing things that I've learned because I personally love to watch videos like that, and you should make videos that you love to watch. There you go, there's my first piece of advice. But I've got a little list here. This is a scripted video pretty much, so if I'm looking down, that's why. So I have 11 ways / 11 ideas to improve your channel in 2020. My first piece of advice is to make a thumbnail with words in it for every single video that you make. Ideally, make the words that are in your thumbnail different from the words in your title. If not, just rephrase the title and put it in your thumbnail. Of course, make it seem like they match up to the same video, but it's good to see like two different phrases. Apps that I use to edit my thumbnails and add words in are VSCO and PixArt, and people also use PicMonkey a lot, I know. VSCO I use for like filters to change the lighting and coloring of the thumbnail, and then PixArt I use for stickers, emojis, text, borders, like making collages, all sorts of things like that. And I think I'm going to do a separate video on that. Number 2 is make a developed description template. So essentially you can copy and paste the same thing into every description you have for each one of your videos, but then at the top of each one, describe what that specific video is going to be about, and mention if it was inspired by anyone else's video. Another thing I like to do is add in a comment blank if you're seeing this at the very bottom of the description, and then I just wait and see if anyone comments it. It's usually like an inside joke, something dumb, like a frog emoji, like anything, and then it's just kind of fun to see people commenting it back. And then of course in the main description that you'll copy and paste into each one, make sure to add links to your social media, have a brief like paragraph long description of who you are, what your channel's about, and you can also put some of your tags in the description. We'll get onto that now. My third piece of advice is always add tags. Make tags things that are part of the video, because YouTube, if it finds that the tags you've put in to your video are not to do with the actual content of the video in any way, then they will push it down in the algorithm essentially. Make sure your tags are about the video, but they can also be pretty vague. Like I like to put ginger YouTuber even if my video isn't about being ginger, because then people who watch other ginger YouTubers will my videos will get suggested to them and maybe they'll watch me. And of course there is a ginger YouTuber within the video, so it makes sense. But add in stuff about yourself as well, not just the video, is that piece of advice. The fourth thing I thought of was delete old videos, or put old videos on private if you feel that they don't represent you. Obviously everyone changes, and I'm not the same person I was when I was 16, but just if you had really different opinions back then, or you just think you acted very differently and you really don't feel it represents you, there's no shame in putting it on private. Number 5 is you can easily film with good lighting using natural lighting, which is what I'm doing now, but I know that it's reflecting on my glasses, so I know some people have glasses with popped out lenses, or they don't wear their glasses when they film. I'm personally trying to look down a little bit. It's, work it out for yourselves, but natural lighting is honestly great. Number 6 is upload often for sure. The more videos you put out there, the more likely it is that people will find you, and that you'll get better at making videos, and that you'll find your niche. It's okay if you make 20 videos that you end up realizing aren't your best work, but they led to you making your best work, you know what I mean? If you spend those 20 videos practicing and things like that, that's okay. I mean, as long as you're not spamming just video after video to try and get them seen, there's no shame in just making a lot of videos and taking risks to find out what you want your channel to be and what you want your videos to be. Number 7 is help hub and hero content. So I went to VidCon last year and I met a YouTuber called Evelyn from the internets in a creator chat that I signed up for, and she told me about help, hub, and hero content. So help content, they're the videos you make that bring people to your channel, whether they're trending video topics, just things that people are likely to find your channel from. And then hub videos are the bulk of the videos that you make. So for me that would be my little personal vlogs. That's just what I make the most often. And then probably these sit down chatting videos as well, though this one might be help. We'll see. And then hero content you make 1 to 3 times a year. Maybe it's this big documentary, or it's like a big project that you put your entire soul into. Maybe you work on it for like a month or longer, and it's just like some of your proudest work that you can have up on your channel. Essentially, I'm saying it's like your best work, like your coolest project. Number 8 is have some kind of commitment to your channel. It doesn't have to be really, really often. Even though I said upload often, it doesn't have to be like every day. That's insane for most people to upload every day. For the past 2 weeks, I've uploaded every day. But before then, you know, I had college and everyone has stuff. It doesn't even have to be as specific as uploading at 8 p.m. on a Monday every week. It can be, I'm going to upload twice a week, or once a week, or 3 times a week, or whatever, so that your subscribers and community, they know you're there, they know like you're still there, and they know more or less when to expect you, and they know to come back to your channel. Number 9 is be authentic, which is way easier said than done. I spent years feeling like I was acting when I was on my old YouTube channels. I wasn't trying to be superficial at all, but it was probably partially social anxiety, which is another video. But maybe it'll come really easily to you. But something that helped for me was I started picturing my closest friend. Another thing was that I started speaking to the camera in the way that I speak to myself in my head. So those are good things to picture if you want to try and work on that. Number 10 is have a specific aesthetic or style or something. Obviously this could change all the time, even if you have like different eras of things. That's cool. It's just cool to like blend your content together just a little bit, so they're like, oh, that's a Snail Galaxy video and that's another Snail Galaxy video. I can tell by the thumbnail. For example, if your aesthetic is stars and books and muted colors, just express that with like emojis that you use in the comments section, with your description, like in the thumbnail in your videos, in like the background of your room if that's where you film. Just like incorporate it into your videos. People will love that, people will recognize it, and it could come to be like your visual branding, so to speak. Like people will just know, oh, this looks like your video, and that's really cool. And that leads on to my personal favorite point that I think is just probably the most important, it's the most important point of anything I could say to anyone about YouTube, I think. So number 11. Especially if you are a personality channel, make a list of who and what you are in relation to your content, and not if that helps. This is great if you do have a channel or don't have a channel, because it's great to know yourself. The list could consist of likes, dislikes, energy, favorite places, favorite color, personality, like your results of every BuzzFeed like personality quiz. What kind of bread are you? Like every label you could put on yourself if that does feel good for you. I know some people absolutely despise labels, and I understand that. But then think about that list when you're in your videos, and bring up your favorite things, and like bring up who you are, and remind people of who you are. And if it feels natural and comfortable, make up like inside jokes and phrases, and just, it makes it easier for you to express who you are through your channel when you sort of have a vague list in your head of who you are, in terms that you can explain easily to the rest of the world. Everyone, I feel, is at some point looking for their people on YouTube. At least that's what I'm doing. And so people could relate to you for all sorts of reasons, and just making it easier for them to find you and know that they can relate to you is perfect. Everything about you is relatable to someone, so make sure you put yourself out there so that they can see you and relate to you, and you can relate to them. That's, I believe, how community is built. And that's, in a lot of ways, my main goal with YouTube, is just to have a little community where we can relate to each other, and it's just like a safe place for us all to relate to each other. I think that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Tell me if you'd like another video full of YouTube tips and stuff. Of course, I'm not a professional YouTuber. I've just spent years on the platform kind of thing, which of course is a different experience from someone who is a professional YouTuber. Ask me any questions in the comments below, and thank you for watching. Have a safe and happy day.